Ducky, 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 ducky. My voice. Shout out to Jackie Aina. I just want to make this really quick because this is one of the funniest call outs of black women that I've seen from divestors in a long time. I am somewhat part of the divestment movement, but this one, I just couldn't jump on the bandwagon with this mess. I thought this was a little too much. So this all unfolded on Twitter over the weekend. I'm going to read you the tweet that was the catalyst for all of the fuckery. So Golden Girl, who is like kind of a militant divester, I guess you could call her, she said, "I rarely discuss celebrity black women's relationships because I think they're mostly a lost cause. Plus, it's not my problem. But someone sent me a DM about Duckie Thot, and I'm honestly not surprised. Why do y'all think black women are committed to dating down no matter where they are in life?" Pew, 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 pew. Shots fired. Why do y'all think black women are committed to dating down no matter where they are in life? Oh my God. How could you not love Golden Girl? Oh man, she is too funny. So what happened was Duckie Thot, if you don't know who she is an internationally known model. She's had so much success over the last couple of years. I'm guessing she's more than likely got her bag by now. She posted on Twitter, I think about a month ago, to be honest. She posted on Twitter about a month ago that she feels like she had finally found her husband. So the guy that she is calling her future husband is this 21-year-old black guy who it's not clear what he does, and that's the problem with this whole thing, is no one really knows anything about this guy. I couldn't really find anything on him. I looked at his Instagram and there was like there were no clues or hints to what he is doing with his life. I don't know if he's in college. It doesn't really seem like he's doing anything. For a second I thought that maybe he was like a model because she had posted something on Twitter about wanting to collaborate with photographers and stuff. So I was like, well, maybe she's looking for photographers and models and she just happened to come across this guy. But I don't know. There's no way to tell. So anyway, because he is seemingly jobless and not a celebrity and black and 21, there are certain people, not necessarily Golden Girl, but there are certain people, divestors, that are basically saying that she's dating down and that she is entertaining a Dusty. Like, what the fuck? So real quick, I probably should throw out there what divesting is. The divestment movement is black women encouraging other black women to just basically protect your energy at all costs. So if that means getting away from black men, the black community, things that basically no longer suit you, that's what divestment is. That's baseline divestment. Now there are some like outliers and some radicals out there where the divestment movement for them is more about kind of just getting away from black men, period, unless they're high earning, high value black men, which I don't know, but a lot of them will focus on black women dating outside of the black community and quote unquote leveling up financially, usually is what that means. There are some other divestors who talk more about just basically being kind of an energy thing where it doesn't matter if it's a black man, black or white man, Hispanic man, or whatever. Anything that does not suit you, anything that does not benefit you, you need to get away from. So that's kind of where this divestment movement lies, somewhere in there. So with Ducky dating someone who is not a celebrity, who is not seemingly high earning, that's why they're calling her out. They're saying that it's time for black women to step away from being with broke dusties they're called, being with broke dusties and leveling up, trying to find people that can further your position in life, basically. So that's what's going on here. I actually want to add a little more context to this situation. Paris Milan did a video the other day on Simone Biles, who is a like world-renowned gymnast, right? So it was revealed that she has a new boyfriend, this like really cute looking black guy. She had been dating this biracial nobody, to be honest. I don't even know the guy's name. And he had posted on Instagram, right? This is the biracial guy. The biracial guy had posted on Instagram that now that him and Simone have broken up, he has leveled up himself and found him a blonde hair, blue-eyed Becky. He leveled up from Simone is what he said. So people are like, what the fuck? So first of all, the guy wasn't even on her level to begin with. He was a gymnast like her, and she used to practice at his family's gym, but the guy did not have a name for himself. He was basically like a worker in the gym, working for his family and then working in other places like as a teacher or something like that. So nowhere near Simone Biles' level. So people had some comments and made some statements about how Simone dated down herself by being with this guy who was not on her level financially, not on her level professionally. She gave him a leg up, gave him opportunities, and he had the gall to come out on Instagram and say that he leveled up from her by being with a Becky who is also nobody. So that's some context as well for this. And that's why people are calling out Ducky and saying that, you know, you're entertaining this guy and he more than likely is using you. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that, because someone even said something about you're going to help him get on and then he's going to leave you for what he really wants, meaning either a white girl or a light-skinned girl. And I was like, nah, that I think is a little too far, because how can you sit there and say that he is not interested in her, like she's not even attractive because she's dark-skinned? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, let's move on to the rest of the story. The other issue that she has been called out for is that she is pursuing him. So she found him on Twitter. She hit him up. He's like, okay, well, let's get married. And supposedly she flew out, took him out for his birthday. So she's courting him, basically. If you will find a problem with that. I don't really like that part of the equation. But I'm not mad at her. Ducky's only 24 years old. I think we need to probably move on and talk about Ducky's dating history and her background. I think people forget that Ducky was a regular girl just a couple of years ago. She's the little sister of Nikki Perkins, who was married to Jamie Perkins. They had that really big channel here on YouTube with millions of subscribers. They have since divorced, but Ducky used to be in a lot of their videos and all that. So Nikki and Ducky come from fairly humble beginnings. As far as I remember, their family is working class. So these aren't like some rich ass people. I mean, they may be now, but these aren't people who come from like millions of dollars and they just happen to find some random dude on Twitter, like that prison-based situation where that billionaire woman found that dude on Instagram or whatever and start flying his ass out. It's not the same situation. I think Ducky is still a very normal girl. She probably still lives a very normal life and has that kind of mindset. Also, Ducky has dated on her level and above her level. She dated Kofi. I can't remember his last name, but he was that fine as hell black dude in Girls Trip that Jada was peeping on the street. He also was in Queen Sugar. She supposedly briefly dated Liam Payne from One Direction, which would be a level up because he would be, you know, in a better financial position than her. Now, I think it's interesting. Here's my thing about this. Okay. I think it's interesting that people didn't have the same energy for Ducky when she dated him, Liam, that is, that they have for her dating this 21-year-old. Because Liam, when she supposedly dated him, had a 2-year-old baby from his ex. And he had a drinking problem, but that was leveling up. So she didn't get any negative energy for dating him, but she's getting negative energy for dating this guy who we don't even know anything about other than that he ain't a celebrity. So I think it's very interesting how like hypocritical I think the divestors can get when it comes to this stuff, because in my opinion, I would rather her date this 21-year-old guy who's kind of close to her age, probably closer to her mindset, maybe even closer to her culture. I think he's from like Sierra Leone, something like that. Then her date Liam, what's his face, who has a baby mama drama, drinking problem. Like that's not leveling up. I'm sorry, it's not. My only criticism for this situation is I think Ducky needs to let whoever she dates court her. I mean, you can't be out buying these men no dinner and flying them out and all. I mean, it probably more than likely will not work out for you in the end. That has nothing to do with you being dark skinned or whatever. That's just true tea. With women chase men, it usually does not work out for them. There may be some outliers or whatever, some exceptions to the rule, but usually that does not work. So more than likely a 21-year-old guy is not going to be able to court a millionaire model, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun with them. See, I don't think there's anything wrong with black women having fun, and Ducky is 24 years old. She's in that place in her life where you want to go have fun, you want to date around, you want to just have a good time, and that is completely fine with me. I think people need to just leave her alone for that reason. Ducky is not, that we know of, pregnant by this dude, and she's not, probably gonna marry him either. I think all that energy of divesting and all this other bullshit needs to be reserved for people who are closer to marriage age, 30, 35, whatever, who are still playing those games. Then yeah, those people definitely need that energy of, you need to get you need to get a better dude. But with her being 24 years old and in this lifestyle that she lives, where she's a model and she's probably, traveling around the world or whatever, I don't see nothing wrong with her having a little piece of D when she gets home or to fly to. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So I think we need to kind of let black women, especially black women like her, just have some time and enjoy their lives. And I mean, she's doing something that most of us will never even ever get close to doing. So I will say that. The other thing I want to mention is how people are comparing her to like Miranda Kerr, who is a gold digger extraordinaire. She needs to write a book. I would buy it. But Miranda Kerr, I don't think you can compare the two. Miranda Kerr is much older than her. Actually, let me back up. Miranda Kerr was Victoria's Secret's model who did level up. She married Orlando Bloom. She had a baby by him, and now she, I think, has found a billionaire to marry or something like that. So that's a woman with a plan. Everybody doesn't think like that, though. She married that guy pretty quickly after her blowing up with the Victoria's Secret thing. So she clearly had a plan the whole time. And then after she got divorced from him, she almost immediately got into a relationship with this guy, this billionaire guy. That's a woman with a plan. Ducky is not in that place in her life yet. Ducky is still very young, wanting to, I'm sure, have fun. And if anything, Ducky is in a position where she could take a page out of Naomi Campbell's book, who stays with a billionaire. You don't have to marry them if you don't want to. So I think she'll be completely fine. I think people just need to leave her alone and just let her live her life. And that's all I have to really say on this thing. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. If I missed anything, let us know. Matter of fact, I know y'all ninjas gonna let me know if I missed anything. People stay coming for me. But anyway, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share the video. Hit the notification bell too. I noticed that I don't think people are getting notified anymore. So if you like what I have to say, hit a bitch up, But anyway, I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.